Too many women have never felt seen by the person they're with or spending time with. I'm talking about husbands, boyfriends, dates. This ends now. Also, socially, if you feel like no one gets you, if you're wondering where your people are, our topic today will help you fix that too. Today, I'm going to show you 4 tools to get seen, appreciated, and deeply cared for. Whether or not you're ready for a relationship now, it will never not serve you to know these tools. These same 4 tools also work to bring more people into your life who have a taste for your vibes. I'm about to show you how to find your people. I'm hoping that this video finds women who are ready to meet someone amazing and see an incredible partnership develop. But you can get big changes and shifts for the better with these tools, even if you're committed to one person. And like I said, if you just want to make more friends or find a workplace or a social setting where you belong, this video will help you too. Once we're done, you'll be getting more attention. You'll feel more interesting and interested in the magical adventure that is your life. And you won't be thrown off your game anymore when one person fails to see you the way you long to be seen. Let's get into it. When we talk about being seen, what exactly are we talking about? It is kind of rare for some people. In fact, women have told me, Teresa, I have no idea what that would look like or feel like in my actual life. Okay, I am not into fluff. I like to talk specifics. So I thought of some examples from my own life. Real quick, if you haven't been seen or loved at this level, or if it's been a really long time, these examples might seem like a lot, and I can assure you that every one of them is 100% true. I had a lover one time ask me what I want to be when I grow up, and when I told him my dream, he held me and literally wept in a restaurant because he thought my dream was so beautiful and he wanted to help me get there. I have had lovers who could intuit exactly what I needed sexually and deliver that energy without even needing to be asked. I've had partners who I could say to them literally anything that was on my mind. And mind you, I have some pretty far out there opinions. But no matter what I was laying down, they would immediately hear me, get what I was saying and where I was coming from, roll with it, and add to the conversation. Most important of all, I've had partners who could handle me when I was angry. This is what it's like when your intimate partner can really see you and really cares. And in case you're thinking, well, Teresa's just lucky. First of all, no. I started out with no skills, with toxic AF relationship patterning. And I put in the time to learn, and then I acted on what I learned, even when it was clunky, even when things came out wrong. I was willing to look stupid at times. Luckily for you, I can help you skip most of that. But also, full transparency, I am all sorts of awkward and weird, y'all. So I speak with authority when I tell you, you don't have to be extroverted. You don't have to be a supermodel. You don't even have to be especially well regulated emotionally. That's not to say you get to be a reactive jerk or hide in a cave pushing people away. I am saying, whoever you are right now, wherever you are on your personal growth arc, you get to be seen and loved now. You don't need more therapy. You don't have to heal first. We are going to talk about self-improvement through inner and outer work in this video. But as long as you are on a path to becoming the person you want to be, you can right now increase the love and appreciation you get just for being you, and you can do it fast. From the examples I've shared, having the person I'm with be hungry to know me at a deeper level is not a rare experience for me. but it is for some of you. Today we change that. Your person might not always share your point of view, but they have to be able to look at it and see the world through your eyes. They might not care about all the same things you care about, but they sure as shit need to care about the fact that you care. Also, they have to be curious about you. Actually, curious is not a strong enough word. They have to be in love with the process of discovering more and more about you constantly. It's like the guy from the restaurant example. We're about to get to the first tool, but first I'm going to just spoiler the whole point of this video, which is if you want to be seen, you have to make yourself visible. If you think that sounds obvious, think again. Because I know a woman, and you do too, who is gorgeous, charismatic, smart, generous. People gravitate toward her. She's sexy. And yet, instead of having a fairy tale life, she keeps getting stuck with, frankly, jerks who treat her like she's an accessory for their convenience. They don't see or care about her as a whole person. I know you know this woman. You might even be her. Thankfully, we don't have to analyze your childhood trauma to understand and fix what's going wrong here and now. Here's what I propose. On the surface, it might look like you are highly visible. But are you really? Or are you leading with all those external attributes that attract attention on a surface level? The real depth of who you are, you probably show that to very few people. So today we're talking about making ourselves visible, but not just externally. The most important and beautiful aspects of you are not on the surface. They're inside. You want to be seen? Okay, let's put the real you in focus so the right people can find you. The first tool for becoming more visible to anyone who's ready to love you, more visible in the ways that matter, is about how you're showing up. Let's look at your words and body language, and let's look at which habits you're constantly reinforcing. Are your habits of speech and physical presence revealing or concealing all the things that are the most lovable about you? Consider the difference between these two sentences. I met a puppy today. Her owner let me hold her, so that was fun. She was really cute. Versus, I met a puppy today and I just about died of cuteness. When I picked that puppy up, I felt so snuggly, wuggly, cuddly. You can see that the second example is inherently riskier. It also comes with much higher potential reward. Both versions convey the same facts. I met the puppy. I held the puppy. I had an experience of the puppy's cuteness. But the first version didn't let you see me at all. Who I am, what I feel, what I'm like are not present. It's dry. It doesn't convey what the experience was like for me. Nothing in the first version invites you in to me. On the other hand, version 2 put a little bit of my heart out on the line. Now you have the opportunity to judge me, mock me, fall in love with me. With version 2, all of those outcomes are possible. With version 1, none of them are. My question to you is, which of these communication styles is your default? Be honest with yourself, because what you do anytime is what you do every time. Which version would you use with your bank teller or with your Uber driver? If in low stakes encounters with strangers, you're simply transmitting dry facts, I guarantee that you're doing the same thing with your partner or potential partners. So how are they supposed to see you when it really matters? This first tool is an invitation to show up as your feeling self. using your words and body language to send a signal. I'm here. I have a beautiful heart that feels. I'm not a cardboard cutout. I'm flesh and blood. This is what gets you seen. It triggers the other person's romantic circuitry. This is the start of what motivates them to want to give you more than they take from you. This is what makes them think, wow, I could be with her forever. Bringing this willingness to share what you're currently feeling, whether it's an emotion, like it would feel really good to cuddle right now, or I'm feeling nervous, or just a simple body sensation, like I feel cold or my foot itches, will get you seen faster than anything else. It's easy to get started, and it will take you super deep, super rapidly with someone who is capable of seeing you. If this is new for you, the best way to practice is with light, low stakes conversations, especially with strangers. There's no need to overshare or to get too heavy. In fact, I would say that the lighter the conversation, the deeper the practice you're getting. Because if you're talking about breakfast cereals or a TV show, it pushes you to find creative, natural feeling ways to lace your emotions and sensations into every sentence you speak and incorporate your entire body to display exactly what it's like to be you in this very moment. This is not performative. It is expressive. Lots of us have been heavily conditioned to hide how we're feeling. So much so that this level of self-expression can actually feel transgressive. You might wonder if you're coming across weird. If that's your fear, I'm here to tell you it's not based in reality. But don't take my word for it. Instead, experiment within light conversations where the stakes are nice and low. What you'll discover is that people will respond to you with caring, with enthusiasm, with opening up to you in return. And this builds a muscle. Here's what's going to happen. Next time you find yourself in an intense or emotional moment with a person you're close to or want to be close to, sharing your feeling state will come naturally. It will feel effortless, and it will give you the best possible shot at having them not only see you, but actually fall in love with you more through those fraught moments. So the first tool to be seen was about how you're showing up with words and body language. Tool number 2 looks at where you're showing up. If you want to become a beacon so that anyone who's ready to love you in any manner can easily see and be awestruck by the beautiful and special things about you, then it matters where you shine your beacon. So let me ask, how long has it been since you learned a new skill or new information? How long has it been since you tried a new restaurant, sat at the bar, chatted with strangers? Have you walked your dog on the same route without variation for the past 6 months or the past 6 years? When you go out to buy stuff, do you always go to the exact same shops? When your life gets into too much of a boring routine, first off, you become a little more boring. And secondly, you only ever see the same people at the same times in the same places. That doesn't create great conditions for finding your people. And even if the person you want to see you is your spouse who sees you every day and sleeps next to you every night, if that person only gets to experience you in a cage of your own making, that's not sexy. The solution here is expansion. Tool number 2 is expand your world. So to help you with this tool, I actually made you a present. I am gifting you a few pages of my Bring Him In playbook. These pages are full of prompts to help you get inspired to expand your world in ways that feel effortless, ways that fit into your life seamlessly without a lot of extra hassle, ways that make you more interested in your own life and therefore more interesting. There's a lot there because my goal in creating it was to make something that would work for a variety of personalities, a variety of life circumstances. I can almost guarantee that there's something in there for you. You'll also, by the way, get pages that are relevant to step 1, how to show up as your feeling self, with a little bit more guidance. And you don't have to do anything but read these prompts and reflect. What's true for me here? What sounds like it might be fun? What intrigues me? What excites me? What's a teeny tiny baby step I might be willing to try? The link is pinned in the comments. I am giving this to you absolutely free. You might want to actually pause the video right now, go get it, and then come back for the rest. So we're talking about tool number 2, expanding your world. There are lots of people who are ready and willing to love you. There's lots of people who are capable of seeing you. Your people are actually yearning for you. Their life won't be quite complete until you show up for them to love. But connecting with those people, well, that can and does happen spontaneously without any effort on your part. But if left up to chance, you could end up going through dry spells that last for years, dry spells where you feel like no one gets you. And what I want for you is to have you consistently connect, not randomly or accidentally, but consistently connect with people who see you. That asks for your willingness to break out of your existing routines. So get out of your bubble, sign up for a class, join a meetup group, play pickleball, play golf, write a poem and read it at open mic in a coffee shop. Do time left dinner with strangers. I don't care what you do as long as it's social. It has to contain the possibility of meeting your target demographic. So knitting circles might be out depending on who you're looking for. And it has to be in person, not online. If you don't especially love being social, know that there's no need to be an extrovert or to go chat people up. You do, however, have to be in places that light you up, and or you have to be learning things that interest you. All this, by the way, will make you a better conversationalist and give you material to practice tool number 1 without getting too deep. Remember, light conversation equals deep practice. And if you're still watching and you haven't yet grabbed the free pages from the link in my pinned comment, what are you even doing with your life? Now, the first tool asked, how am I showing up? And the second tool asked, where am I showing up? The third and final tool, to be eminently visible to your person and or people, asks, who? Who is getting access to my gorgeous energy? And is that turning out to be worth my while? Let's call this tool distribute energy wisely. If you want to be seen and cherished for who you really are, by someone who is ready, willing, and capable of loving you, this third tool will make or break your success. Now that you've started to build the muscle of showing up real so they can see you, that's step 1. And you've expanded your range in every category, from your routines and the places you frequent to feeding your mind and spirit with new information and inspiration. That was step 2. If you've gotten started with all this, maybe this is your second or third time coming back and watching this video, I know you've already seen some results. People are feeling more relaxed in your presence. They're opening up. You've probably had someone go out of their way for you unexpectedly. But if there's still that one person or that one environment, like a workplace or your in-laws' dinner parties or your book club, where you're not feeling safe, seen, and welcome, now it's time to ask, is it serving me to keep feeding my energy here? If your inner answer is anything other than an enthusiastic yes, it might be time to look at withdrawing some of your time, attention, effort from that person or situation. You don't have to cut off all contact. You don't have to wall off that person or environment. What you can do is ask, if I pulled back just 10% of my energy from this person or from this recurring situation, what might that look like? How would that feel for me? The classic example is when you've poured your heart and soul into some guy who still isn't sure you're the one for him, or he habitually ghosts you for a month at a time, only to come back with makeup sex and empty promises. You and I both know it's not just as simple as like deciding to move on, whatever that means. But one thing you could start doing is implement the mantra, if he's not in front of me, he doesn't exist. And you repeat that mantra over and over every time you catch yourself going down the obsession spiral. There's no need to go cold toward him. There's no need to get angry or have drama. Those responses are actually defense mechanisms, and they kick in when you're drained and feeling unsafe. At a certain point, you have to stop blaming him for draining your energy. You have the power to pull some of that energy back into yourself so it can feed you instead of going to waste. This is what actually lets you be genuinely loving and deeply centered when he does come back looking for you. It's the same in almost any situation. If it's your in-laws' dinner party, have you been telling yourself you're obligated to be there, or be there for the whole time, or contribute that difficult dish, when in reality, could it really be as simple as graciously bowing out from that extent of effort? If it's your spouse who doesn't seem to see you, that's a difficult and painful situation to be in. But if there's a chance of turning things around, it won't hurt to let the relationship breathe. So it might be appropriate to engineer your schedule so that you are less often at home. There could be thousands of options to suit individual situations, but the point to me is that as humans, we are bound and constrained by time. Your energy, for all I know, might be limitless and infinite, godlike, but your time as a human woman on this planet, the time of the seasons of your life, that time does have limits. So love yourself enough to make wise choices about where your energy goes during the time you have. In this world, there are plenty of people who want to love you, but there will be some people who don't want to love you. There are no tools that will make you feel understood by someone who is committed to misunderstanding you. There are no tools for making someone love you who doesn't want to love you. Everything we've talked about will 100% work with anyone who has the natural ability and inclination to appreciate what's most delightful about you. If you are testing these ideas out, whether with one person or a room full of people, and you don't feel them registering your presence as a delightful gift, instead of asking what you're doing wrong, maybe ask yourself if you're in the wrong room. These 3 tools to be seen can save you literal years of wasted time with the wrong person or people, and they can fast track you into a juicy and loving relationship faster than you ever thought possible. I've had so much fun sharing these with you, and I hope you've had fun listening. If you haven't yet hit the pinned link in my comments, go do that now before your next video loads.